Welcome to Required Taste Podcast. We are back. It's your boy Tech Daddy.
It's Queen Bee.
None of the calories, twice the flavor.
Okay, well, there goes that. That's our intro. That's it. That's the intro. That's the episode. We're leaving now. It's fine. Broke Brandy.
That really caught me off guard.
Brandy's done.
It's good. I like it. Anyways, welcome to Quiet Taste Podcast. If you are new to the podcast, we do history, mystery, and music. We finally did a music episode, so I can say it more confidently. If you're new, we appreciate giving us a listen to. We have a lot of new listeners, especially after we did the event with Foreign Local. So if you are a listener from there, thanks for giving us a chance. We hope you like our content.
It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting everybody too. That was really dope. Shout out to Mikey for that too, by the way, for having us at Foreign Local's Barrel Burn.
That event was great.
That was a good time.
It was honestly it turned out great.
Yeah, for everybody involved.
Not that
actually,
I'm surprised because but it was just
right. Yeah, it was crazy. It was nice to see a lot of old faces, old familiar faces. So thanks for the support in that way. For all the new ones, we appreciate you stepping over, saying what up to us, taking the stickers, taking a button. We sold a few T-shirts. That was dope. So if you're new, we appreciate you, and thanks. If you're a returning listener, you already know the deal. We appreciate the support. We've made it 3 years. Foreign Locals made it 3 years. It's just crazy. Yep. So they'll be opening. I think he said he hopes by the end of this year. We'll see what happens, of course. But
yeah, they're shooting for the end of this year, but you never know.
You never know.
Stuff happens.
Right, exactly. So we'll keep you guys posted, of course, on that. As soon as we hear they're open, we're going to be in there. Again, thanks to Mikey for having us out. Thanks for the support. Thanks for all the beer.
It was great.
It was good beer.
The ube.
The what?
The ube.
Oh, that was good. The purple drink, as I called it.
Purple drink.
The purple drink.
Oh my god, that was so good.
The writer. There was a writer from the Times that was at the event, and he actually in the title for the article mentioned the purple drink.
Who was it?
His name was Aaron, actually.
Oh, okay. Good.
Oddly enough,
there's one writer at the Times that is so annoying.
Oh. I don't know any writers at the Times. Well, I'm sure you, because of your job, you probably deal with more than...
I know one specific... No, well, I know a couple, but I know one specifically.
Okay. Yeah, his name was Aaron. He actually came over to the table and talked with me and Jess for a little bit, too.
Oh, that's awesome. Where was I?
I don't know.
Okay.
Over there doing bee stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Getting a purple drink.
You might have been, actually.
I might have been in line for food, because I was in line for food for so long.
Yeah, they were... I feel like they got smacked. They really did.
They did. They ran out of everything within an hour.
They did.
And they were forced to start serving cheese quesadillas.
Yeah, cheese quesadillas and hamburgers. Yeah. Which, those also sold out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Smoke on the Water. Shout out to them because their food was delicious.
Yeah,
if you were able to get some.
If you were able to get some.
Well, I feel like that's how Mikey's events always go. Though, if you're a food vendor at any of his events, you're going to sell out super quick.
For sure.
I mean, Ben, you've been to a few of those.
Bring more food than you think you need because...
Yeah, people are hungry and going to eat it all up. But yeah, it was a good time. So yeah, thanks for that. Of course, like I said before, we're going to keep everybody posted on when they're going to open because, of course, we want to do our, by that point, 4-year anniversary. Yeah. We're going to be doing there eventually. Right. Yeah, we missed the 3 years. It's fine.
We didn't miss it. We just didn't have a party.
True enough, yeah.
We just venue-less.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we kind of probably could have done it somewhere else, but I just like working with Mikey.
Yeah, we could have, but it wouldn't have been the same.
True.
Yeah.
And I feel like since Foreign Local's been around the same amount of time as we have, it's just it kind of matches up. But that end, Mikey's been supporting us since the jump. We've been supporting them since the jump. It kind of just works out to have us, work with them in that capacity. But anyways, great weekend. If we did get to see you all, we appreciate it. Hopefully you all were able to stop by. If not, we do actually still have some T-shirts left. I'll be making a post about that eventually. We're doing, I think, that's this weekend. This episode won't come out till next week, so it won't work.
We had a great time at Cowabunga Pizza.
We had an amazing time.
Radical.
Oh man,
Totally awesome, dude.
it's like the last episode. We're like, oh yeah, oh wait a minute. Yeah, we had such a great time seeing you all.
Which we did, so we didn't lie.
It's true. It's very true. Yeah, I mean, my allergies went crazy, so I'm just over here congested. But other than that, I am doing great. But anyways, yeah. So return listeners, of course, I said before, we appreciate your continued support. As per usual, we get your forehead kisses. Nice. So yeah, we hope you all are doing great. Again, the support we do really appreciate. Honestly, like just looking at the stats from like the beginning of this year versus the end, we're like more than quadrupled our listener base in a year. So
this is like
wild.
the fastest we've ever grown.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, shout out to all you that are new listeners and those that have been throwing our links around, those that have been sharing our stuff. We just appreciate the support from wherever it's coming from. It's been real swell. And
you guys are the real MVPs.
Honestly, though, it keeps the motivation going. I really do hope that people are able to get to the link for our episode last week that you had your coworker John on.
Yeah. Last week we had John, a friend of mine, who came on the pod, and he talked about his big Halloween display that he does every year in support of autism awareness. His son has autism and loves Halloween, and so does he. So he makes this massive Halloween display in Dyer. They have figures and inflatables, and they just go nuts. And they also raise money for autism awareness at the same time. So we did post, we posted that episode, and we also post some links associated if anyone feels so inclined to donate to the organizations that he is raising money for. That would be super awesome. I went on there and donated, so I don't know if you guys did or not, but yeah, if you are interested in doing something like that, all the links are on our social. They're also in the description of the YouTube video, and I think the Spotify description as well.
I tried to edit the Spotify one, but Spotify is weird with links.
Yeah, so is Instagram. It's the same way.
Right.
But you can check out like our Facebook page. Can we put it on the website somewhere?
I will work on that tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah, I didn't think about that. Like, oh yeah, we have a whole ass website.
We have a whole ass website. If you haven't seen that, check it out. Tech Daddy worked really hard on it.
I did. I really did. Yeah, so check that out too. I completely forgot. I can just put it on the website. So I'm gonna work on that, and I'll send a message out about it.
Yeah.
So you'll know that it actually does exist. But yeah, so super cool again seeing everybody. We're gonna keep the theme going with spooky season this for the month. I have nothing to say today though. So this intro was all the words you're gonna really get out of me today. However, Ben is back. It's been a while since he's been on an episode, so that's cool. And he actually has a topic for spooky season, so that's pretty tight.
Do we have an icebreaker though? I didn't think about that.
I didn't have one. Dude, we're 8 minutes into this bad boy. I was just going for it.
I'm just realizing that.
Yeah, we don't really have an icebreaker, but we did get to talk about, Burn the Barrel and all that stuff.
DJ, you failed us and you're not even here.
That sounds about right.
Honestly, though. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like our intro was today. Our icebreaker was just talking about the event that we were at. Unfortunately, I think you had stuff with your family.
Yeah, birthday party.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so you couldn't make it. You would have enjoyed the food at least.
I always enjoy some good food.
It was good.
I got the elote with brisket in it. Oh, it's so good.
I got the elote with chicken.
Yeah,
And it was fire.
it was so fire.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, unfortunately, they just dude, like we were sitting because our table was in between the beer and the food.
Prime location.
We
by the
were
way.
unavoidable.
Yeah, and because there was always
We are inevitable.
because there was always like a food line. There was always people standing right in front of our
Yes.
booth, like checking us out.
Just
and
gonna hang
asking-
out in the middle and put out the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we showed up there and like the event had like just started. So I'm looking for like where we're gonna set up. I'm like, okay, well there's a spot over there. And then like somebody immediately took it, like a band took it. I'm like, okay, well, there's this spot. Literally right next
Right
to
between the beer and the
The beer and the food. We are
Yep.
inevitable.
Yeah, you can't avoid us.
Nope. So that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
And then like again, the beer was fucking great because Mikey does like this. He does his anniversary beer every year, which like this year's he did 2, and one of them tasted like a cherry Coke.
That was so good.
It was ridiculous.
It was like a dessert.
And then the other one was like just a melted popsicle, which was insane. I actually did get a bottle of that too. I'm very excited about popping that bad boy open.
I wish I got.
They
bottle.
sold out.
Yeah,
of
they
course.
did. They
Of
did
course they
sell
did.
out.
before King Chris did it. But yeah, I was actually looking forward to. I've been sick all week. This is actually the best I felt this week. So I had planned on working on some new merch for spooky season because Ben, you had that picture of
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Can we please wait? I just want to do it for like our social media banner. We don't even have to do merch. We can just do.
I feel like the people will want merch of this.
I want merch. I want that image of Ben on a t-shirt.
Which one?
You know the one.
No, I
first
one. There were
The first one.
You want the first one?
The first one.
That's the way I'm leaning.
Yes.
Okay.
I
fair enough.
like the second one. Kept my mustache
Yes.
intact.
They have no idea what we're talking about.
And that's how it should
But
be.
you will, and it is incredible.
Yeah, there's that. And I actually was thinking about it when we were at the Burn the Barrel event at Foreign. I have the logo that he made for our beer. And I don't know why I never put that on a shirt.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'm going to work on that.
That would be a dope shirt.
So
Yeah.
we all had to figure out what our like mythological.
I already know what mine is.
Yeah, we're going to.
we already know what yours is.
Yeah, yours is already made.
No, right.
Yeah.
Like a quarter of the job's already done for me. So, I guess
John?
but I don't know, dude. Whatever the golden retriever of that of mythology would be.
Yeah.
Service?
Damn.
Cerberus? Oh my god, it's just John with 3 heads, but they're huskies.
They're all Puerto Rican Huskies.
Yes.
That is perfect.
Yep. That was easy.
That is perfect.
That was
Well,
Really
I'm
easy.
going to pack up.
like
You
obviously
can,
he's.
you filled your quota. You can leave if you want.
Yeah, that's it. We're good. All right, that was the episode.
Yeah.
We made it this far in the episode. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Till next week. Same bad time, same bad
That
channel.
is,
Right.
You have to figure out how to make that happen because that's
Yeah, I'm gonna work on it.
I'll do it right now.
that's
Oh
perfect.
God. Yeah, we're gonna be working on that. I do want to make the. I need to talk to Mikey, get an okay from him because what I want to do is use the foreign local logo on it, and then use our logo on the back of it.
Yeah.
So it's like the combo of the two. So I've been thinking about that.
A collab shirt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think he'd be down, but I want to get his thumbs up
That
first, like
would be
before I start putting his shit on stuff.
awesome.
But I think that'd be dope because he's always sold merch at his brewery. So like I would be just like, hey man, here you
Yeah.
go. And he has his own fucking press. So
Yeah.
his cricket or whatever them shit's called.
Cricket.
Fucking know. Blue jay,
Yeah.
fucking some other animal. Bug possibly. I don't fucking know.
Grasshopper.
Yes. Field mouse.
Mouse.
Oh man.
Anyway.
But yeah, so that's tight. Then obviously this weekend, obviously we're recording in advance, but this weekend we have Cowabunga Pizza. We're gonna be interviewing the owner of Cowabunga Pizza. So after this episode comes out, that episode will be the next one. So that'll be pretty tight. And for those that are not in the know, Cowabunga Pizza, place out in Chicago. It is pretty much a 90 kid's dream.
Yeah. It's a 90s themed pizza place, essentially.
Yeah, mostly about the turtles.
Yeah.
If you not know why we're doing this, please refer back to our episode for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is honestly one of my favorite episodes we've done recently.
It was a good
Yeah, that's
episode.
a really good
I enjoyed
episode.
that.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
I'm mad because I was supposed to be on that episode and I forget why I couldn't, but I missed it.
Yep, unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. You're right? Allergies?
Yes, and no. Well, no and yes. Yeah, I used to get sick every year around the season change. I've been fine for years, but this year it just hit me like a brick.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I can feel it in my ears. Anyways, all right.
So loud.
Yes,
No, my phone, I mean.
yes. All right, so today, again, speaking with the spooky season theme, Ben, what you got for us today, man?
We're talking about Bobby Dunbar, a missing Ute of the early 20th century.
Youths.
Utes. Yeah, so way down in Louisiana. Well, we'll start with the family.
So wait, what year is this? Just so we can kind of establish.
Well, let's see here. Bobby Dunbar was born in 1908. The disappearance was in 1912.
So he was 4?
Yes.
Yeah. This is a way back, early, 19.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so he was born to Percy and Leslie Dunbar, and he had a younger brother, Alonzo. And his father, Percy, worked in a local business, and Leslie was known as a caring, attentive mother, active in the community. Family often took short trips for leisure to a Lake Swayze, and it sounds far fancier than it is.
Yeah. Then they just have
Yeah,
like a
my-
trailer next to it, and
It's a swamp.
yeah, it's like a swamp.
It's a swamp.
They're in Louisiana. I mean, that's what's there.
Yeah, it's 100% a swamp.
They don't have like Lake Michigan like we do. They just have.
Yeah, Lake Swayze. Which my first I was like, Lake Swayze. I wonder if it roundhouse kicks people.
And
Roadhouse.
and yeah, they have what they called a cabin, but to me, it basically looks like a shack. But what else can you actually build on the soil there? But yeah, in August 1912, Percy and Leslie decided to take their two sons on a summer outing to Swayze Lake, a swampy area for camping and picnicking. And they went with them.
I love how when I Google Lake Swayze, I get this.
That's fantastic. That is just fantastic.
It's the image from Dirty Dancing where Patrick Swayze is lifting Jennifer Grey up in the air in the lake.
It's fantastic.
Oh shit, where'd I go?
Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. So yeah, went with some of Bobby Dunbar's cousins and another gentleman, I believe is a family friend, Paul Mizzi, Mizzi. Yeah, so August 23rd, 1912, 4-year-old Bobby Dunbar vanishes during this outing. They went out to the lake, swamp, and to basically give the kids something to do. There's ChatGPT's.
That does not look like him at all.
It changed the logo image a little bit. But
Yeah,
it's still funny enough.
That's weird.
But even mine changed my eyes in that one, so it does mess with it a little bit.
Oh my god, that is disturbing.
It's gonna haunt my dreams.
Mm-hmm. It's a real uncanny valley.
You got to make him a husky.
Oh jeez, why does it look like Steve-O?
I thought
Yes, that's who it looks like. It looks like Steve-O. I was sitting there and I'm like, who does this look like?
Yeah, it looks like Steve-O and not the sober one.
No. We might need to tweak it a little
I
bit.
can kind of see that. It's
Yeah.
like Steve-O and Jerry Seinfeld came together.
That's the combination I never knew I needed, but okay.
So anyway,
Slam your phone down on the table.
Yeah, after showing us that, he's right.
the image was heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes. This Paul Mitzi guy takes the cousins and Bobby Dunbar down to the lake to basically get them out of the hair of Leslie and to have them do something.
Yeah. She was like making dinner. The dad was at work. And
Yeah,
the kids
and-
are just running around being little shits.
Yeah, and Bobby was upset because Percy had to go into a work meeting, I believe unscheduled, but that day, and threw a tantrum, broke the what would you call that?
Strap.
Yeah, the strap on a straw hat that he was wearing, and whatnot. At which point they walked off into the woods and the lake. And Leslie yells out, dinner's done, this, that, and the other. The group starts walking back with the adult Paul Mitzi starts walking back, and they're one light. Kids just gone. Just
Yeah. They just don't notice that he's not with them anymore. And they're just like, oh shit.
just wandering.
Where's Bobby?
God knows where. And what was it? They found. Well, they come back. It's discovered. Yeah, they're one kid short. The lady goes frantic, naturally, and starts screaming for Bobby. Nothing comes back. They start calling authorities. Then the husband comes back and they start searching again. Nothing. I think the most that they found were some barefoot footprints that they couldn't even necessarily say were his. And that led up to the train tracks, at least some of them. And at which point they started dynamiting the lake.
Yeah. Which how
I'm sorry, what?
can you, okay. What does that do exactly to try to find somebody? Because I read that and I was like, what
It dislodges a body if it's stuck under something.
Oh,
Well, see, that's why my only
because I was
thought that
thinking,
could make
like,
sense.
wouldn't it just like explode the body?
Well, hey, there's an arm.
Well, it would, but it would solve a mystery.
Like, well, we found an arm.
I guess.
But
Or
yeah,
like it
there's a leg.
displaces the water for like a second, and then you can see like this big of a space.
No, it's more if it's just caught on something or intertwined in like seaweed or something like that to just dislodge the body, get it to float
Okay.
and whatnot. And plus, it's also alligator infested water. So, I mean, they're going to be very particular about where they dive versus do the dynamite thing. Because, yeah, I don't know. I know there were divers,
Yeah,
but I don't-
divers did go in there.
I don't know what the how you pick where
Yeah.
you're gonna go when it's infested with
They're like,
alligators.
oh, there's only like 5 alligators over here versus like 20 over there. I guess
Yeah.
we'll dive over here.
So I imagine it has something to do with whether or not you can see.
It's
But
a
even-
swamp.
but
you
even
probably
then-
can't.
yeah,
at
I don't
all.
know.
How do
I
they
don't
even? That's terrible.
That got me.
That is the worst place to go missing.
Yeah, it's the worst place to go diving.
Yeah.
So do everybody a favor, stay together. And then they dredged the lake swamp. Also, nothing. Never even found his hat, and the reason that's important is we know the strap was broken. We know that reasonably well he was wearing it, and since the strap was broken, it should have floated to the top, and been moving around this and the other. So, I went into my next section without even trying. Let's see here. Yeah, so yeah, they immediately feared the worst, perhaps being eaten by alligators, or being too close to the water, being eaten by alligators as a result. Obviously, other people were starting to think, what if he got nabbed because he was near some train or potentially near some train tracks? This and the other, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, rumors. And then, yeah, the rumor train did start where some suspected kidnapping. Some people started putting it out almost immediately, relatively speaking, that he was kidnapped. Again, we know the day and age we're in because we did the yellow journalism thing way back when. But yeah, so after the initial search failed, the Dunbars offered a reward for any information, and then newspapers picked up that story. Descriptions of Bobby were circulated across the South, and where was it? Oh, I don't think I wrote it down. But the community. So the parents they put up $30,000 of their own money, and then the community itself raised $5,000 that they put out.
And like, think about how much that was in 1912. That's
Yeah.
right. So like, that's a lot of money in today's.
It was like $200,000 was the conversion I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something like that. But I also think I think that video got the math wrong, and I didn't bother to fact check them.
Yeah, I just Googled it real quick. It's somewhere around 1 million, 1.2 million.
1.2.
Oh, wow.
So that's a lot
That's
of
a
money.
big difference. Yeah.
And it's like everything else. That's when people start throwing in hints that
They're
aren't
like-
helpful. And I think I
like,
saw them in California.
That's a lot of money. Here, I have an idea.
Honestly, though,
No,
yeah.
that too. The people that are just dumb and trying to help, and then also the people without scruples.
Yeah. That are scammers and
Hey.
trying to.
Exactly. So where did I leave off here? Yeah. So, his description included that he had a small scar on his left foot from a burn earlier in his life and a mole on his neck. The rest of it was pretty standard stuff, but those were the two identifying marks. And they I never thought I would have seen parents describe their own kid as George Costanza, and because they described him as stout, not fat.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. Well, he was 4. He was like a little chubby, you know?
Yeah. Jeez.
He was a
Yeah.
chubby little baby.
well, that Paul guy, his nickname for him was Heavy. Not
Yeah.
not heavy anything, just heavy.
Way to body shame a toddler.
That's hilarious. I also like this. I love the creativity of his nickname.
Yeah.
What do you call that boy? That boy named Heavy. well, Heavy what? Heavy.
Heavy. He's just heavy
And it's with
with a southern accent.
I was just gonna say with a Louisiana twang too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even attempt to create
I
that.
just have Bobby Boucher saying it in my head.
That's fair.
Heavy. But
Well, not the first time I'm going to get canceled.
it's not the last. April 19th. Wait, did I skip ahead? Why did I write 1913? Hold, please.
That's a year later.
Yeah, I know. I think I goofed something up. Anyway, report comes in from Columbia, Mississippi. A man named William Cantwell Walters, a traveling handyman and piano tuner, was seen with a boy resembling Bobby. This guy got picked up because more or less he had a boy with him, and when asked why he had the boy, he had.
Sorry, this is the phrasing of that made me laugh.
Yeah.
Like, sir, you there, sir? Why do you have that boy?
Well, like that's
Why do you have a boy?
it would like be weird because back then, obviously, you know, like women were the ones who took care of the kids. There wouldn't be just like this random dude with a kid.
Essentially a vagrant.
And also, yeah, he was
Okay,
like a
that
vagrant.
part,
He
yeah.
was like a
more or
traveling,
less.
like
Yeah.
he wasn't known
A tramp.
He wasn't known to like have a family. And usually, if you don't have a family, where does a kid come from?
He's an apprentice.
Well, that was my first. I was like, okay, well, maybe like it's an apprentice.
Yeah.
But if he's a
But he's
vagabond,
little
then,
too. He's like little though, right?
no, that boy heavy.
For
He's heavy, but he also still a baby.
he's heavy for 4, but stout. That's what the family wanted to call it. That's what we'll call him, stout.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So basically, when he was confronted with, you know, why is this boy traveling with you? He more or less had 3 or 4 different answers. So the classic stuff you see on like body cams and everything, but all the way back then where the story just kept changing and everything. Like, wait a second.
He's like, it's my sister's kid. Yeah, but then it's also my brother's kid. But then it's my neighbor's dentist's kid. And
Nephew, yes.
and then the 4th
Nephew.
one, he's not a kid.
that's a grown ass adult.
right. Again,
Weigh him. See how heavy he is.
He weighs as
Ain't
a
no
20
kid weigh that much.
right.
He weighs like a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
Sir. I said good day.
He's just a little quiet.
Oh God, I'm gonna have Foghorn Leghorn in my head for the rest of the fucking night now.
I said out that boy.
I say that boy's heavy.
Ben, you are Foghorn Leghorn.
I am fine with it. There's worse things to be. Oh man. But yeah, so more or less he's tripping over his tongue.
Yeah. He can't really explain where
yeah.
the kid came from.
Gets accused of kidnapping, this, that, and the other.
And they're like, that's weird.
Yeah. And
If you have a kid, you should probably be able to explain where it came from.
yeah. And the main story was that this child's name was Bruce Anderson, the illegitimate son of a woman he knew named Julia Anderson from North Carolina. And so we brought in North Carolina, Mississippi, and Louisiana. All this.
It's a very southern story.
Yeah. And thank God the FBI didn't exist yet. Getting even more confusing.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd it go? Oh, yeah. So Julia had allegedly allowed Walters to take the boy temporarily while she found work. Authorities in Mississippi, suspicious of Walters, detained him and took the boy into custody. And it was, I think he had been with him for 8 months, if I remember right. She hadn't seen him since sometime the previous year. And so anyway, we move into the Dunbars, finding out about this boy.
I say now, boy.
The boy.
And if I didn't mention it earlier, Leslie fainted earlier during the frantic search.
Yeah, which
and everything.
like why were women always fainting back then?
Well, that
It was a damn laudanum.
yeah, I bring that up for this next part because it's completely understandable. On the one, this one, it made me giggle because it was the second time. Percy and Leslie, it's so hard to say instead of Leslie. Dunbar traveled to from Louisiana to Mississippi to identify the boy. At first, Leslie seemed uncertain. She wasn't sure the child was Bobby. If I remember right, 4 months have elapsed at this time.
That was 8. No, that was since what's her name saw her
that
kid.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was.
I think it was 4 months.
Yeah.
Either way, it was a substantial
It was
amount
a few
of time.
months, and like when you're 4 years old, like several months can mean big changes in the way that you look, in the way that little kids look.
Especially if you're heavy.
Yeah. A 4-year-old versus a 4-year and 4-month-old, can look
sure.
pretty different.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, especially a boy. I mean, we sprout like
A
crazy.
boy.
Boy,
I say now,
it's gonna be such a long episode.
yeah, it is. But I mean, I know what you're saying. I mean, boys,
Yeah.
especially boys, we sprout like crazy when we're growing. So I get it.
And also, she was consumed with grief. She was probably out of her mind.
Oh, absolutely,
Her son is
shaken
missing.
and this, that, and the other, and also probably like really clutching onto
Any hope.
onto the idea that
Yeah.
this is my kid.
Well, he also had he had the same scar. Well, he had a similar scar on his
Similar.
foot, and then he also had a mole in a similar spot or something, right?
Yeah, I think the front of his neck.
Yeah.
The neck, but I think the front.
So like when she's looking at these things, she's like, "Well, it makes sense. This makes sense." But
Yeah, but you're growing and your scars change when you grow.
yeah,
Yeah.
And so some accounts say Bobby cried and pulled away from her at first. Very shy and standoffish.
I
But
don't know you.
you ain't my mama.
it's my purse. And then after a night with the kid, where for some reason she was able to bathe him, that I don't know why that one just bothers me, but it does. Like,
Especially if it wasn't her child.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's the one that kept showing up in every video and every article about it was after she bathed him, and like we have not confirmed yet. Maybe I don't know. It's just an uncomfortable sentence.
I get that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like
So
it. I don't like that.
And they, it was kind of like, I remember reading stuff about how when they were like reunited, quote unquote, he acted like he didn't know her. Like she
kind of
wouldn't-
recoiled.
Yeah. Like he wouldn't let her hold him. He was like, and he wouldn't respond to Bobby Dunbar. That was not.
Because his name was heavy. Sorry.
I've been walking through Mississippi being called boy for 8 months. I don't know my name. I say boy. And also then this kid is taken away from the one person he did kind of know, the other person he really knows that he hasn't seen in 8 months, and now he's just in a room full of strangers. So God knows what's going through his head.
Yeah. He's probably terrified. This poor kid.
And I'll be honest, a personal note, I read about this story years ago and I thought it was real interesting, this and the other. On a personal level, though, I never revisited it post like my adoption reunion and everything. I was so stressed out the entire time.
Yeah.
So anxious, especially once it starts again, like DNA and switching and this and that and whatnot. And like, oh my God, like I was so anxious revisiting this.
Well,
But
like, and also, like, I don't know if either of you have ever seen the movie The Changeling with
sounds familiar.
what's her name? Why am I blanking on her name right now? Angelina Jolie. It's a similar, like, she's a mother and her son goes missing, and then they bring her back another kid, and she's like, "That's not my son," right? But essentially, they gaslight her, the police, her family, like they're basically like, "No, yeah, that's your son. What are you talking about?" And like, obviously, if you're a mother, you know whether or not that's your kid. So she probably knew. She was probably, obviously, she was desperate for hope, but she probably, deep in her heart, she was like, "I know this isn't my kid." But then everyone else around her is like, that is your kid. And so then she probably is questioning her own sanity, you know? So essentially she was probably being gaslit into believing that this is her child. So
Maybe. Plus it's humid. I just want to go home.
To bathe.
So yeah,
to take baths.
So she gives possibly somebody else's kid a bath, and we'll just move on from that. And comes out and says, thank God it is my boy, and then promptly faints again.
She just faints.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Regardless of the outcome of it, like, mission accomplished. We got the kid.
Why though?
The laudanum.
Why were women fainting all the time?
It was all the
laudanum.
it was all the corsets and the girdles. They couldn't get the oxygen they needed.
It was the lack of proper nutrition, probably.
Well, it's the South.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
It's the South.
Yeah.
Oh, but so anyway,
I don't know anyone who's fainted. Do you know anyone who's fainted?
Personally,
Yeah.
the only times has involved like blood.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But, yeah,
Actually,
I was trying to think
do.
of like if
But,
I've ever
yeah.
seen somebody faint without like it being
Yeah.
a blood issue.
Right.
I didn't actually see it happen, but in high school we had to dissect pig fetuses,
Sure.
and
Oh,
there was one kid who stood up and he was like, "I feel like I'm gonna throw up," and the teacher was like, "All right, go to the bathroom," and he got like 2 steps out the door, and we just hear. And he hit the ground.
Jeez.
so
Yeah.
so no, I can't believe I didn't think about this to begin with. My algebra class, second semester, freshman year, and it was this kid Kevin. And I actually,
God damn it, Kevin.
so I have a whole backstory to the family because I dated his sister, and
Uh-oh.
they all have like, well, maybe not all, but they have like these problems with staying vertical. So if you like band and marching and like stuff like that, and they'll get like lightheaded and faint, and even she had it. So anyway.
They're just like a family with a weak constitution.
I was just thinking like, man, it's a family of a weak bloodline.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. They didn't have much of an explanation, but he did something, whatever. The teacher made him go stand by the filing cabinet. That was his thing. Go stand by the for the remainder of the class. So we're watching the board, watching what he's doing, and there was a door open behind him. All of a sudden we hear whack. This door just shuts like crazy. He
fell into the door.
He passed out into the door and slammed it shut. And
Yeah.
I never saw that old man move so fast. He was a good teacher. Don't get me wrong. Great teacher. And whatnot. And then, years later, I actually ended up dating a sister, and she's a musician. And same thing. So whenever she, had to stand for like a sustained period, she never fainted, but she'd get lightheaded and whatnot. So it was like I had some sort of family thing.
Were they all really skinny with like bags under their eyes?
No.
They were all just like lacking a couple pints of blood.
So yeah, there's my fainting story. That's the loudest door I've ever heard.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I've never been around anybody that fainted.
Yeah, it was nice to
think I
get. It was
have.
nice to get the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Years later, it's like, oh, so that's why your brother passed the hell out. So anyway, where the fuck was I?
So yeah, the mother was reunited. She passed out again.
Yeah, and oh, my boy.
I gave him a bath.
And they go back to Louisiana. They throw him a parade.
Okay.
He rides on a fire truck covered in flowers. Okay, this kid
Okay.
landed on the moon as far as Louisiana is concerned. I think Louisiana might have been Florida before Florida was Florida.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. And so, this and the other, and
Louisiana loves a parade.
they do. They ain't got any air conditioning.
No.
So I mean, they got to have something to keep their mind off of how
How hot and sweaty they are.
Sweaty they are. Moist.
And the alligators.
And if I only saw it in one place, so I didn't write it down because it might be bad information. But there was some point where it was reported that Percy more or less twisted the arms of newspapers to not put pictures up of Bobby Dunbar before and after, like no comparison.
Because
photos.
people would be able to look at it and be
Yeah.
like, that is not the same kid.
Yeah, I mean they look similar. Don't get me wrong.
Whose goddamn white baby is this?
My favorite Cat Williams moment: Mountains of Caucasus.
I love that so much.
Yeah. So anyway, all that the parade, what have you. We skip to, unless you have something to fill in before I bring up Julia.
No, not really. Eventually I want to get to talking about changelings because, that was, I mean, there were like speculations other than like obviously the kid that it actually was, that Bobby Dunbar was replaced with
Spoiler
a
alert.
changeling. Yeah. Yeah. Spoiler alert in case you couldn't tell already
So
that that's not Bobby Dunbar. But I want to talk a little bit. I want to get a little bit, once you're done, into the lore of changelings because it is spooky season and I think we need to talk about a cryptid.
oh well, yeah.
So,
So Julia Anderson, she arrives to Opelousas, Louisiana, I think.
yeah.
I can't remember if that's where the swamp was or if that's where they live. But regardless, Louisiana.
Swampaloosas.
Swampalooza. And so she shows up and is not welcome whatsoever. The news
We already had a parade for this kid. What are you talking about?
that's part of it. So they enough time has elapsed that the scars have healed. Don't
Open old wounds.
don't ripple the water or whatever
Yeah.
the saying is, and everything. So the newspaper started printing stories that she's an illiterate prostitute.
This was like not true at all.
No, not at all.
She was just a single mother.
yeah, and
She's a witch.
She,
Obviously.
if I'm remembering right, she had 2 other kids. One had passed away, and the other she gave up for adoption.
So she's a bad witch.
Yeah.
And
She may have been cooking them into a stew. We don't know.
and then the newspapers got a hold of that, went nuts with that also, and as far as motherhood and what have
Yeah,
you.
that's true. Because obviously, if you lose a child, it's your fault because you're a bad mother. Whoa, what was that? Oh,
Okay, I honestly thought it was mine. She showed up to claim the boy, and she stated that she had entrusted her son Bruce to Walters while she worked, and he had taken the boy on the road with him.
yeah. And he said he told her the story that he told and the story that she told were different. He had told her I'll just take him for a couple days and we're gonna have a good time and then I'll bring him back.
Yeah, I don't even think that leaving the state was necessarily
No, he was supposed to take
talked
him.
about.
Yeah,
I don't quite remember, but I feel like I'm right
yeah.
on that one.
Probably. And
Yeah.
then she was a single mother and she's like, hell yeah, take my kid for a couple days. That'd be great. I could use a break. Thank you. And then he just never brought him back.
You remember the good old days when kids could just go missing?
You used to be able to,
Forget
legally,
playing outside.
you used to legally be able to mail a child. Did
Yes.
you know that?
You used to
You
be,
could send a child through the United States Postal Service.
you used to be able to legally mail a house.
That
yeah,
is
and
true.
you could order out of the Sears catalog.
No, somebody moved their house brick by brick through the mail.
Interesting.
Yeah, from one state or city or whatever to another.
You can mail
Yeah.
a brick by just writing the address on the brick. You can
You
do that with
could.
a potato too.
You could.
Yeah. Sorry.
So kind of sort of wrapping up, more or less, Julia fought it in court, this and the other, all the ways and whatnot. And she just unfortunately didn't have enough money, power, status, what have you. And enough time had elapsed that, this kid is, Bobby
Yeah.
Dunbar, even though she's convinced it's, Bruce Anderson. And, and that's also actually where I almost forgot about this. William Walters was charged with kidnapping and stood trial in Louisiana. That in that day and time, that was a capital offense, and he was about an inch away from the death penalty. He got life. instead. And then later on, he won his appeal because the state decided it was too expensive to retry him. So he got out after 2 years of his sentence.
Crazy.
He wasn't like acquitted. They just gave up.
You just take a child, drag him all over the place.
Yeah. And well, where'd I go? Oh yeah, Walters maintained his innocence, insisting the boy was Bruce Anderson. Several witnesses from Mississippi and North Carolina supported his story. Yeah, despite their testimony, a jury convicted Walters, and like I said, he got life. The Dunbars took the child home to Opelousas and raised him as Bobby Dunbar. Julia Anderson returned home heartbroken, claiming for the rest of her life that her son had been taken from her. And then Bobby promptly received a pony and a new bicycle
because the family that had him was rich.
Yes, and I believe he got that before he met Julia, and there's no way that didn't affect the goings on.
His mom shows up and she's like, "My son," and he's like, "I don't know you. I got a pony."
Right. All you had was a crappy bath.
Yeah.
You bathed me. These people have given me a bicycle and a pony. Fuck off. They've given me two different types of transportation.
Yeah.
And I don't have anywhere to go.
Right.
You gave me to a vagrant
who may or may not be a handyman. I am yet to see him fix one damn thing.
Who did not bathe me?
I didn't have one bath in 8 months.
So he went on to live a normal adult life, married, had 4 children, died in 1966. Never knew anything about his possible past. And where'd we go here? In the early 2000s, Bobby Dunbar's granddaughter, Margaret Dunbar Cutright, began researching the family legend. And because, they were actually aware. The next generation was aware of all the controversy and whatnot.
Well, yeah, it was a very public story.
Yeah, Pop got kidnapped.
Yeah.
Well, she was given a scrapbook to essentially like keep her busy. And it was full of like all these newspaper clippings and everything of the era.
Jeez, the pre-TV era was fucking weird.
Yeah.
She's like, "I'm doing a project for school."
Yeah. And so they kind of undid themselves with giving that scrapbook. But anyway, so she discovered inconsistencies in the newspaper accounts, doubts voiced by the Anderson family descendants, blah blah blah. And then she went ahead and did DNA testing. And it was a descendant of the man raised as Bobby Dunbar and a descendant of Bobby's known brother, Alonzo Dunbar. So, yeah.
They compared their DNA
to see if they had a
familial
mutual
connection.
ancestor.
Yeah.
And no genetic match.
Yeah.
So it was Bruce Anderson. Even though they only tested for Dunbar, they didn't test for Anderson, but so he was, for all intents and purposes, Bruce Anderson, and he never found out about it. Julia never saw her kid again.
That's terrible.
Oh,
that is such a nightmare.
Again,
oh my God.
Probably faded.
I'm sure she fainted. She probably fainted all the time.
Again, I cannot stress how anxious I got revisiting this after what I've experienced the last few years and everything, and just I don't know, it's just a touch more real than the first time I visited it.
Did you ever do DNA testing?
No, I will not.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's the last thing we own.
Fair enough.
I feel like if the government wants my DNA, they're going to get it.
They already got mine. It's fine. But
they're going to get a fight. They might get it, but they'll get a fight.
I was more asking for your family genealogy than anything else, but that's fair.
Oh, yeah, no. One of my biological relatives did, so some of it's out there against my will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was more asking for that part, not for you finding your genealogy. But I know I asked because, of course, the listeners have known you're adopted, but listeners also know that you know your birth family too. So
we should do a Patreon, and you can kind of like talk about it a little bit. I think that would be just really interesting for a lot of people to hear about because it is your story is very interesting.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Next month is Adoption Awareness Month.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that
then
would
there we go.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool for a Patreon.
I'm down.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can
let's
do it.
Anyway, wait, what time? How are we doing
Changelings.
on time?
We're at 49 minutes.
Okay,
That's it.
You got time.
all right. I want.
Hell yeah.
Was there anything else that you wanted to say?
Nope.
about Bobby
It's,
Dunbar.
just sad.
Yeah, that is sad.
Just sad. All around.
And that real Bobby Dunbar was never found.
Oh
So-
yeah. Fair point. So yeah,
Right.
it's
Spooky season.
yeah, more or less. Bobby Dunbar sadly died
He was
somewhere.
probably eaten by an alligator. Like,
Yeah.
let's be
yeah,
real.
probably.
Oh,
I'm-
and actually, that was probably so. The dynamite makes sense. The dredging makes sense.
Yep.
The part that makes no sense, I understand in the heat of the moment. Don't get me wrong, but they killed a bunch of alligators and cut them open and
check their stomachs.
Like, dude, there are so many alligators there. Like, I have a better chance of the Powerball than you getting the right alligator. Yeah, it just wait. It irked
Yeah.
me because it's wasted time and resources when
And
you could have been
Sure.
doing something else.
Poor
to search.
alligators that didn't even do anything.
Well,
But
that's
have you ever eaten alligator? It is
No.
it's
my brother?
fucking delicious.
My brother has. He says it's great.
It is.
And once you finish your meal, you have a suitcase.
Also true.
God.
It's fantastic. Or boots,
Nice handbag.
a clutch.
Have
Anyway, changelings.
yes. Not delicious.
So, there's a I guess a cryptid called a changeling. And what a changeling
Yeah,
is
definitely
and
cryptid.
why it relates to the story is essentially it was in European folklore that fairies would come in, the middle of the night and steal people's babies and swap them with fairy babies. Or in some legends it's goblins, or some legends it's, other types of different types of cryptids, but it's usually fairies, right? And this was like a legitimate concern back in, I don't know, when were changelings a thing?
Well, here, let me.
Oh yeah, I could probably just Google that for you. I was Googling something else in relation
I mean,
to
I
that.
have it in my
Cornwall.
notes, but I'm too lazy to pull my notes up. But
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not finding great
you had-
years or
You had
anything.
mentioned changelings, and I'm thinking like, man, why does this sound so familiar to me? Because I've never looked in the cryptid of it at all.
yeah.
But I'm also a really big fan of The Witcher.
oh yeah,
And
There's
The Witcher,
changelings in The Witcher.
they're Dopplers. Yeah, they're called Dopplers.
Yeah, it's like a similar. There's several different names for them throughout different areas of folklore. Changelings are kind of specific to like European folklore, Scottish, Irish, Nordic. But yeah, so like a fairy would take their baby and leave it in the place of a human child and kidnap the human child. And it was, I mean, there was a lot of theories as to why they did this. It was like reasons ranging from like it was, they thought it was better for their children to be raised by humans. They wanted a human child because human children were cuter and quieter than fairy children. Or they wanted to give human children as offerings to the devil. That was a common one. But
there's a hell of a gap right there.
I know, yeah. It was just
They're cute. Devil.
yes, yeah.
Yep.
So there was reasonings ranging from malicious to like kind of funny, but essentially people would notice that their child had some small changes, like they would be fussier, they would be louder, they would have physical changes.
Heavy.
Like, it would be, yeah.
When the fairy came back 5 pounds heavier.
Yep. Like their appetite would increase. They would be sickly. They would lose weight. They would start developing, at a slower pace than they should be, or they would start to speak sooner than normal kids, or they would show signs of being more advanced than normal kids, right?
Was this an excuse
So-
for illnesses of the day?
Probably.
You
It
got
sounds
it.
like it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what it was. So changelings were kind of a way for people to explain anything that was wrong with their kid, right? So like if their kid had Down syndrome, if their kid had autism, if their kid had, like cerebral palsy, or even if they were just sick, even if their kid was just like had the flu or something and was dying, they were like, nope, Not my kid, changeling.
We found the new
My kid was healthy.
we found the new version of she's a witch.
Yeah. She's a changeling.
We're just gonna add to it at this point. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
your kid organizes things a little too well, and by color and by size.
Well, there's
He's a changeling.
yes. Well, there's a nursery rhyme that was, and I'll get into this a little bit more, but there's a very famous case of a quote unquote changeling, someone named Bridget Cleary, right? And I'll tell you a little bit later about what happened to her, but there was a nursery rhyme that was popular then, and it was, "Are you a witch? Are you a fairy? Or are you the wife of Michael Clary?"
Yes.
I
Waiting for you to say something.
didn't know what to say to that.
I was building up to it. I'm like,
Yeah.
huh.
We
So-
just pulled a Sopranos. We faded to black.
Yeah.
One day we will.
That would actually, that would actually be kind of cool.
So yeah, and then in Irish and Scottish folklore, changelings, they would kind of only act like human babies when other humans were around, but if they were left alone and you could catch them, they would start like singing and dancing and playing instruments and just like doing all kinds of weird shit, I guess. And then it says,
So the plot of Toy Story,
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
They would break character.
like the fairy version or changeling version
Yeah.
of Andy's Home.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
So supposedly to reveal a changeling, you could provoke it with a bizarre task because I guess they found a lot of weird things very funny.
I'm sorry, my brain just went a million places at once. Continue.
What?
Just the tasks.
Well, okay, well, so one of the tasks, which for some reason changelings in folklore found eggshells to be hilarious. So like anything that you would do with an eggshell would like prompt hysterical laughter from a changeling, and they would like break character and reveal themselves as a changeling, right? So like
Past sucked.
what?
That's like, God, the past sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, the time before TV was just
Exactly.
awful.
Exactly. So like some of the things you could do to reveal a changeling would be to make it a meal in an eggshell. So like cook a stew and like serve it to them in an eggshell.
What about just a hard-boiled egg?
Why is it? What kind of
know.
stew can I fit with? What kind of eggshells did they have back then?
Ostriches, I don't know.
It's like a shot glass for a stew.
Yeah.
It would make it reveal its true nature through an outburst of laughter.
Enjoy your eggshell,
or like-
nerd.
Or like breaking up eggshells and putting them into a stew also would
So you want me to ruin a stew?
apparently. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if you think that your child has been replaced, it might be worth it.
I mean, if I bite into an eggshell unexpectedly, I'm going to be pretty out of character real fast too.
yeah.
Happened to me this morning,
Like
actually.
damn fast.
So
Legitimately happened to me this morning. I eat eggs almost every day, so
Yeah, every
Eggs
once
are
in a while
good.
you get an eggshell and you're just
have it out again.
yeah. Other methods include using iron charms, dousing them in water, placing them near a hot
So
fire.
giving them a bath
yeah.
or warming them by a fire.
Yep.
These are not the tasks I was thinking. I was thinking you could tell it to wash your car, do your taxes, and they
Yep.
would just disappear into the ether.
Well, like what's fucked up for me is like, one of the tests for autism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I was in my brain, I'm like, did they just test kids for autism, not knowing that the kids were autistic?
Yeah.
And thought that they were changelings?
Yeah.
So they already figured out what autism was and just ignored it.
They were just like, oh, it's magic.
Yep.
It's
that's
evil
about
magic.
right.
I mean, not much has changed.
Honestly, though, apparently, if I'm not getting into it. Never mind.
yeah. Let's not get into it.
Let's
but anyway,
not do that.
check out our last episode if you want to support autism awareness.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, it was basically just an excuse, and this happened too with like adults. Sometimes they would say, like, men would say, "Oh, my wife is a changeling."
Nah, she's a witch.
because she just had a baby, and now she's acting really sad.
How dare
It
she?
was just like
Get her cornflakes.
women who had postpartum
Laudanum.
depression. They were replaced by fairies.
Yes.
Man,
Obviously.
men will do anything to avoid acknowledging women's emotions.
Not much has changed.
Yeah, no.
So, like, that was a thing. And basically, like, any type of, ailment, which brings me to the story of Bridget Cleary. So Bridget Cleary was a woman who was married to a man named Michael Cleary, and they didn't really have any kids. They took care of Bridget's elderly father, and she was pretty independent, right? She had chickens, so she was able to sell the eggs and make some money on her own off of that. And she also had a sewing machine, which was pretty rare and expensive for the time, so she made money that way. And so people were already kind of biased against her because she was a little bit of an independent woman, right? She's a witch. Anyway.
Obviously. I was going to say it, but you beat me to it.
Yeah.
She's got a good movie name.
She does. She does have a good movie name. So she ended up falling ill. She got what was stated to be bronchitis. And for whatever reason, a friend of her husband, like she started getting sicker and sicker. And her husband, I guess, was kind of in denial about it. And a friend of his was like, I bet she was taken by those goddamn fairies. Like, you know, 'cause she was sick, so she was laying in bed. She wasn't doing what she normally did. Her like skin color was pale, like she was whatever. She didn't look like herself because she was dying. She had bronchitis.
She had ghosts in her blood. Do some cocaine about it.
Exactly.
Get the leeches.
And like
Right.
they called a doctor, and the doctor came to their house and was like, she has bronchitis. Here's some like antibiotics or whatever, some prescription medication. And her husband was like, screw that. Didn't give it to her.
You're a witch.
Went to a witch doctor.
Oh, fucking hell.
And got her this like milk with herbs or whatever, forced her to drink it. And when she didn't want to drink it, he's like, that's it. You're a fairy. You are not my wife. You have been replaced with a fairy. So he did all these weird tests on her to prove that she was not his wife, which he would tell her to identify herself 3 times because 3 was like a sign of like holiness or whatever. And if she couldn't identify herself 3 times, it meant she was of the devil. So like she would identify herself 2 times. And then by the 3rd time, she's like, what's your problem? You know? And he's like, obviously, since you're not identifying yourself a 3rd time, you're of the devil.
Just throw salt at her.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just imagining the dinner table and whatnot. Just random noises. Those fairies are at it again. They're making a nest.
I'm getting my gun.
there goes Ben.
Continue. I'm just marveling at this.
Yeah. No,
You picked a great one.
You really did.
He did a lot worse, actually, than throwing salt at her.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I'm sure it's a terrible story.
It is a terrible story.
Just the backstory is hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
People are hilarious.
The like thought process here is just absolutely insane. So he again like tried to do a test on her. He made her 3 pieces of bread with jam, and because she couldn't eat all 3, she only ate 2. That meant she was of the devil, right?
Do we know any of the genesis of these tests? Like where he came up with them?
The only thing that I saw when I was researching was that it was like in 3s, like he was doing things in 3s because 3 was like the Trinity, like holy or whatever.
Right.
And if she couldn't do something in like increments of 3, it meant she was of the devil.
Okay.
So
we don't know much.
Yeah, we don't know much.
Yeah.
I think he was just making up it as he was going along.
I mean, the human brain does like 3 anyway on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Bible's full of 3s anyways.
Yeah. So
But after that like toast and jam kind of test, he was convinced that this was not his wife. Mind you, she's actively dying. Like she is dying of bronchitis. So like if she doesn't want to eat 3 pieces of toast with jam because she's dying,
she's probably praying to the good Lord to step on it. Get me out of here.
I mean, like I used to get bronchitis at least once a year, but when the season changes, I get sick. That's just how my body is. And I used to get bronchitis at least once a year. If somebody gave me toast, I would want to fucking kill them.
exactly.
Like-
And was like, if you don't eat it, you're You're a witch.
Like, I need some soup.
You're a changeling.
Changeling.
My body is dry right now, dude. Give me some damn soup.
Oh, that was another thing.
What do you
He
mean you
gave
don't
her-
want to tell us? You been by them fairies again?
That was another thing.
Not
That
in
was,
this house!
that was like part of it.
I say!
Boy,
Heavy.
Those heavy fairies.
so like to speak to your point, part of that I just forgot to mention was that not only did he give her this like toast and jam, she was asking for something to drink, and
Yeah.
he had like a glass of milk or something that he was going to give her, but he's like, you have to eat this toast first. Yeah. And so she had to eat like dry toast with nothing to drink.
That would have killed her.
Exactly. So convinced that she was a changeling and that the only way to force out the changeling and force the fairies to return his wife was to he lit her on fire. Yeah. Uh-huh. He lit his wife on fire, essentially. Yeah.
Because, like,
It's not funny, but damn.
because if
No,
you're going
it's
to
not.
trade
It's
them
terrible.
back. So it's like, I want you to bring my wife back. I want to give you your changeling back. I want my wife back. So instead of just doing like an even exchange. Like, I'm gonna light this one on fire.
Yeah.
But I still want my wife back though.
Yeah. Well, I guess like supposedly he was under the impression that if he killed the changeling, then his wife would be sent back to him on a horse.
Where'd the horse come from?
I don't
Thank
ask me.
Like, this dude's just making it up as he
Ask
goes.
Michael Cleary.
He just wanted to kill his wife. That's all it is. He just wanted to kill his wife.
Well-
I'm convinced.
I don't know. I mean, supposedly, and also, mind you,
I'm not
there
taking
were
issue with your story. I'm taking
Yes,
issue with the
guy.
the account of it.
there were 8 other people that lived in this house, by the way, that were watching this whole process going down.
They didn't want to be burnt. This motherfucker crazy
And
as
so
hell.
they said that like they hadn't tried to stop him up until he was like about to light her on fire, and then they were like, "Wait a minute, let's think about this for a second." And he was like, "Nope, it's happening."
This is the worst remake of the Brady Bunch ever.
Jeez.
Yeah, and so like he ended up dumping her body in a shallow grave and then reporting her missing. And I think he realized after that
You think?
his wife never showed back up on a horse.
Just a year later, just reading the paper by the fire, the fairy press, and just a year later, like, wait, didn't I have a wife?
Hell yeah.
You know, honestly,
Those sons of bitches!
if his wife was kidnapped by fairies, she was probably like, "Thank God, I'm away from that psychopath."
Like, you think like every time you heard a horse like go by his house, like, no,
Yeah.
nope.
I say that might be my wife.
Jeez.
Like, okay, so I have a quote from him. Wait a minute.
Oh, of course.
It's not my wife I am burning, he is reported to have said as he stood over her while she burned. I'm not going to keep an old witch in place of my wife, so I must get back my wife. It is not Bridget I am burning. You will soon see her go up the chimney. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right. Ben, what were we going to say?
Well, no, I was going to ask her if this is right because I went to something and are you going to talk about what he was charged with? Do you?
you can, yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to ask you if it was correct, but I didn't want to jump. And he was found guilty of manslaughter, and that's what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Apparently, he did get 20 years though.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, it was the whole changeling thing was very widely believed back then. And so they were like, we kind of get it. You thought she was a changeling. That's not your fault.
Well, that's why the 20 years
Yeah.
surprises me. Pleasantly surprises
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Versus because when I read manslaughter first, I was like, no friggin' way. But okay, 20 years of penal servitude.
Yeah. But like by all accounts
okay.
too, I guess of like the people who lived with him and his friend and like all of them, they claimed that he legitimately thought that she was a changeling. Like he wasn't just using that as an excuse to kill his wife. Like he was distraught and like he was legitimately under the assumption that she wasn't, that she was a fairy. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
This is the best, worst thing we've ever talked about.
I know.
It's fantastic. And then not at the same time.
Like,
Yeah, it's terrible. And like what sucks is like when you think back on it, this was very like widely believed, and a lot of the time this was only one case of this, right? There were a ton of cases where parents like murdered their children because they thought they were changelings. Like that happened all the time. There were several cases that I came across. I didn't want to talk about those. But like if their kid started showing signs of like autism or something, they would just like leave them in the woods.
let the fairies have them.
Yeah, they would do all kinds of crazy stuff to these poor kids for just like having a disability or like being ill.
Yeah, and not having a word for it.
Or even like being like a little more intelligent than other kids. You know, like there was a story of a kid who started talking really early. Like they started saying like full sentences really early, and their parents were like, "Changeling, that's not normal." You know, like, sorry, your kid is smart. What? So yeah, it's a very tragic and terrible thing. But
My boy is going to outpace my success.
my boy,
Changeling.
father, help!
Gather,
Right.
Gather,
Oh no, my boy.
gather the fairies.
Right. Jeez.
It's just the fairy part is just killing me.
I know.
It really is.
Yep.
Oh,
All right. Well, you guys got more to add on this one, or we
I do, but we'll be here for another hour with fairy
Fair enough.
jokes.
I think it's plenty.
I can't.
Happy spooky season, everyone.
I'm just like mired in, again, like the dinner table talk of this era
yes.
and everything, you know, of this stuff, at least not the other more serious stuff we
Yeah, I get
usually
it.
cover, but like just, you know, did you hear? She came down with a case of the fairies.
Did you hear
Yes.
Bridget Cleary is a changeling? That's what her husband said.
Lit her on fire.
And we will go right back to Southern.
I heard he lit her on fire.
I mean, that's fair. The southern part, yes.
I mean, I feel like it's not to get into anything, but I feel like it's not that different from like certain current dinner table discussions. Like in 100 years from now, they're going to be like, what were they talking about?
What the oh, dude. Our entire lives will be a very interesting chapter in the history book.
Oh, for sure.
I'm looking forward to it.
Anyway,
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to saying where I was.
Oh, fucking hell.
when XYZ happened.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, if you all made it this far in the episode, we appreciate giving us a listen to. As per usual, we have all these social medias. We have all the streaming services. So if you can give us a like, give us a follow on all those. As we mentioned before, for those that came out to see us at the Foreign Local event, we appreciate it.
Yep.
We're going to keep you all posted on when that's going to open up. We also have not forgot about the pigeon name. We are going to be putting that poll up soon.
Yeah, that's my fault, guys. Sorry.
And y'all will be abreast of that situation as it unfolds.
Is that a pun?
What?
I didn't make it on purpose.
Okay. I was proud of you if you did.
Thanks. All right. So yeah, as per usual, we appreciate the support. God, get out. Anyways, we appreciate the continued support. Y'all be cool.
Bye.